Hello, 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 hello. Is anybody out there? Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Mm-hmm. Do, do. Hello, hello.
Have you started yet?
Yeah.
Can I say hi?
Hey, 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 what's up, Billy? I just now started. Just started. Do.
Oh, there's only one person.
So Billy from Strong's Adventures is in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing if I know some people are going to be going over to watch another channel that is also live.
Wow.
That's part of the homesteading community,
Mm-hmm.
which is Samson Farms. A lot of times he does Tuesdays, but not always at the same time. So, Mr. Walker, how you doing, bud? Do. Come on in. Come on in. Mm-mm. So I got the kiddo here. She probably won't stay for the whole time, but you can come in and say hi.
Hi.
So this is the oldest, Miss Beth Ann. She's currently visiting for now, but who knows? Some things might change. You never know. Dylan, what's going on? You thought you'd throw away, but you can't stay. You have wet concrete on the ground. That's cool. Definitely appreciate you for dropping in. If you guys wouldn't mind sharing out the stream. Dana, what's going on, buddy? You see, I got stickers in the background. No, definitely does not. She is. If you were to see Mama, um, she, this ugly mug and that ugly mug are the same in comparison. Don't look nothing like her mom. Other than she can't grow this awesome beard, though, can you?
Not sure if I would want to anyway.
You don't want to be the next bearded lady. Sing it big. No,
I'm good.
you're good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Come on over here. See if I can't get this to share out. If you guys don't mind, got 6 people in. You guys can share it out. I'm trying to do the same on my phone. I did share an hour before. Heastead's in the house. Hey, hey, hey. What's going on? Oh, copy. Do. Oh, what's going on? Come on in. So I actually got some fairly good news. Stuff that's going to be happening really soon. We thought it was going to happen today, but it did not. And then also have a video coming out this Friday that will talk about it even more, whatnot. So we're pretty excited, and it's going to make things so much better. It's going to make life so much nicer, and yeah, come on in. Did I ever get a PO box yet? No, not yet. It is in the works, and hopefully by the end of this month, I will be able to get that PO box. That way, I can get some more stickers. Obviously, a lot of the people that are on here, I've either talked, on Facebook, or I talk on other platforms or in person, to that such to where we're not just within YouTube, right? I actually, majority of the people on here, I feel I know a little bit better than most. So obviously, I don't just want to give out my actual physical address where I live. Just everybody, I love you, Billy. You've been with our channel for a very long time. I think I was only like, I don't know what, 20 subscribers when you first came over. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. So I think it was the American Piddler, Mr. Ezra, that introduced me to your channel, and that's also how I got in touch with Papa Texas here. And Papa Texas got me in touch with Uncle Steve Shake, which we actually need to reorder some shake. And if you guys have not got a hold of any of Uncle Steve Shake, either get a hold of Papa Texas, or you can actually Google Uncle Steve Shake. He'll pop up. He has his own website where you can go order some of that stuff. It's so delicious. It is yummy. Gator Shake is our favorite. I know he has a favorite, or he has a new flavor out. It's a sweet, spicy R, right? So it's like a sweet and spicy. And I want to try it. So we're definitely going to get in and get some stuff ordered. It'd be awesome. So what else have we got going on in the land of YouTube? What's going on with y'all? Or we got any questions, any other stuff that you guys want to know or talk about? Yeah, so this is our second Tuesday live. So I'm going to try to attempt to try to do this every Tuesday, whether it's at 7. I think I might even switch it over to 6, just because obviously a lot of people that go to Samson Farms, because he's live right now as well, and I know he does a 7 o'clock Tuesdays, and or sometimes it will shift around. And I would like to be attendance in his, but excuse me, today we're gonna do 7 o'clock. So I think after this one though, I might shift it over to 6, because I only want to really do this for an hour, just be able to get in, talk about some stuff, things that we got going on, and then answer any questions that people might have, talk about some projects that are coming up. Me and the kiddo, we actually have a woodworking project we're going to do. There's another bench build that I want to get done, and it's more of a table type bench that will house the table saw, and it will also allow me to store some tools and whatnot. And because the woodworking shop is just being overran with junk and wood and trash and just all kinds of stuff. I really need to get out there and get it organized, get it cleaned up. And I really think that this new bench will definitely help. Plus that little contractor stand, like the mobile stand for the table saw, it's not very stable. And whenever I'm working with bigger sheet goods or bigger pieces of lumber, it has a tendency to want to fall over. And when you're cutting lumber and you're by yourself and your saw starts to fall over, it's not cool. Yeah, it's rather scary, and I didn't have any kickbacks or anything like that. I didn't have lumber or pieces of wood go flying across the shop or nothing. But it's one of those that it still scared me whenever it fell over, and it didn't cause any damage to the saw, didn't cause any damage to anything around it. I was able to actually finish the cut that I was doing because it fell more to the side, not away from me. I was able to finish doing what I was doing, but I want something just to be a little more stable than what's going on. And Ken's Maple Leaf Forging stuff. What's going on, Ken? What's going on? Big Dog Leather in the house, evening. What's going on, buddy? All right. So 5 peoples. Oh, we can do better than that. You guys need to share this sucker out. Get some people over here. But like I said, I already know that, for the people that are in our other communities, i.e., like the homesteading communities and gardening communities, they're probably over watching Nathan, and that's cool. And hence the reason why after today, unless something really happens, I want to shift the live shows. Instead of doing it at 7, actually doing it at 6. Go from 6 to 7. That's Eastern Standard Time, because we are here in the oh so great state of Virginia. No, but that's all right. Hey, I had this. Don't push me.
You're blocking my way.
But for those of you that are just dropping in, if you have not met, this is my daughter. This is my biological daughter, our oldest. So she's here basically for the rest of the summer, for the most part.
Yeah.
And yeah, for now. If anything else is to change on that, we'll talk about that later, in a later time frame. So we're not trying to jinx or do nothing, but I would like to have her out here full time, if at all possible. Could be worse. Could be in Ohio. Yeah. But Cleveland rocks, man. No, never been to Ohio. Well, actually, I think I've driven through Ohio. That's about it. Maybe an hour's worth of driving through Ohio. It is what it is. And says, well, someday you will get to Arkansas. Yeah. And then we can have a Arklatex meetup, and you better believe it. I know, well, one of my best friends from the Navy, he actually is from Shreveport. So I do know that once because he retires here, I want to say in less than like 8 months ish, that he does plan on going back to Louisiana. And I don't know if he's going to be around the Shreveport area. So I would definitely be down in that area. Trust me. So it's a lot of things that really has to play out before we are able to physically move to Arkansas. It's some stuff, same thing that we've talked about on our last live, and even the live previous to that. There are just some things going on right now in our physical lives that, we're just not up to sharing all of that minute detail, especially when it comes to the kiddos, right? But there's several things that have to happen before we're actually able to move. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. If it happens, it happens, and we can move, we'll move. If it doesn't happen, we're still going to be here for a while. It does not mean that we don't want to buy the land. We do still want to buy the land as soon as possible. I do have obviously bills and whatnot. I have all that stuff that still has to be taken care of. And but I would say within the next 3 years, that is my goal to myself, is within the next 3 years being able to buy said land. So that's that. So definitely be, in touch, clicking that bell icon to get the notifications of all those videos and stuff that will be coming out, talking about that or talking about that journey. I'll definitely be, keeping you guys updated as well on the lives whenever we do finally get a chance to get land and where it's going to be in a nutshell, not like the exact pinpoint, right? We do need to keep some type of safety for the family, whatnot, right? A little discretion is always good, especially when you're online. But we will talk about, because like I've said, we always wanted to buy land, or I want to buy land in the northwest corner of Arkansas. It's really the area that I love because I have lived there already previously. It's close to family, both my family and to Gladys's family from Texas and from Missouri. So it would be a little more closer to my family than it would be hers, but that's okay. We would prefer it that way, I guess. Wow. She's not here to defend her family, but no, her family is cool and it is what it is. But it just be great, right? So it is. And it's Papa, Texas, right there. Papa, Texas in the house. What's going on? And then Ken's Maple Leaf says, I was in the Army for 20 years, so I've lived in nearly every province. I like most of them, but the East is my favorite. And definitely thank you for your Canadian service for our Northern brethren. And I've actually, when I was in the Navy, we've done stuff with the Canadian Navy. And I've been up north. I've been in Quebec and done some stuff there and whatnot. And it was a lot of fun. Going to a few ships there, which I think the Americans, they really need to learn the lesson from like the Brits and a few other navies because they allow them to drink a little more often. They actually have like bars and stuff like that on their ships, which is, I don't know. Maybe they probably shouldn't do that for the U.S. Navy, but it is what it is. I know I got pretty tore up on a Canadian boat. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, Strong's Adventure sticker is not on the board yet because he actually does not have our address currently. If you guys ever get together and want to share the information, I know that you have our address, Papa, because you sent us some awesome Uncle Steve shake, which I'm actually going to be getting online to order some more because I want to try the new one. We were just talking about that earlier. It's fine. And oh yeah, happy birthday to Papa! I forgot it's your birthday, and hopefully you're feeling better. Hopefully them ribs are getting to feeling better.
Okay.
And yeah, that's good. Because I won't get a PO box. No, I am. By the end of this month, we will have a PO box. I've already went and looked to figure out cost and price and what it is. It's actually fairly expensive, even for like the real small boxes, right? It's well over $100 for the year, which is, I mean, for a year is in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot, I don't guess, but yeah, it's $100 is still $100. Actually, like I said, it's more than 100. So once I can get that money rounded up and set aside, I'll be able to do that. So I've already set money aside from last month and then this month to be able to go get that. Because if you're doing it by the year, you have to pay by the year, and you can't do it that whole monthly thing. So it's either, I want to say it's like 3 months, 6 months, or a year is what you're doing it by. and which is crazy because the 6 month or the year is the same price. I was like, you think you get a better discount if you're doing it by the year, but yeah, it is what it is. It's cool. And yeah. Oh. Yeah, I know PO box prices are going up every year. That's crazy. And all right, Kens, you're rolling out. Granddaughters are here. That's cool. Yep, go spend time with the kiddos. That's always good. Spend time with my kiddo. It's gonna be quite a while before we have grandkids. Quite a while. Yeah. So I think we got just about as many people as we're gonna have, right? Unless you guys are out there sharing it out, trying to get some bodies over here, which is cool. Yeah, I mean, I normally average between 6 to 15 people anyway. Not a whole lot. That's cool. So big news, right? Everyone that has followed us on Instagram or even one of the last videos I did talking about our neighbor's tree, right? The tree next door. And I actually I have a little log that I'm gonna change the thumbnail for that video, and I think it's gonna be funny because I actually have a stump, right? It's kind of a stump, but it's part of the Bradford pear tree, the one that fell previously, and this is a different neighbor, right? That's the neighbor behind us, and then now the neighbor that we're having an issue with the tree is to our side. Okay, so with that Bradford pear, where the tree trunk was the main tree trunk, and then it splits off, right? Well, it had a little branch that stuck out, and then whenever it's flipped over, and it has the two tree parts going down, it kind of looks like the mid section, right, and going down into the thighs. But then where that branch is sticking out, yeah, it looks like basically a little guy with a heart on. So that's actually gonna be my thumbnail that I'm gonna put onto that, and I'm still gonna leave it labeled as the tree next door. Yeah, so I think it'll be interesting. I think, and but the tree next door, the big tree, which is a sweet gum, right? And anybody that knows anything about sweet gums has those stupid little spiky balls all over this stupid tree, right? They get everywhere. Horrible. Our entire backyard is just completely covered with these little spiky balls almost year round. It doesn't matter. You can rake it, come right back. Rake it, comes right back. Rake it, comes right back, right? Especially because a lot of the wind, the direction of the wind comes from the ocean. So it's, a lot of that is blown right across that tree, and then it blows all that, the leaf and the debris and all that stuff right into our yard. And that's why one of the reasons why 3 branches fell into our yard from that tree, right, is because the winds come that direction, and it just so happens to be pushing everything towards our yard.
You had 4?
So Bradford pear, yeah, Bradford pears are garbage trees. So, but the tree that we're having the most issue with now is the sweet gum, and it's the biggest reason for it. Well, for one, a sweet gum tree isn't really the strongest of trees, but it's it's has so much like ivy vines and all of that. You come say night night.
Say good night.
Night.
Night, kiddo. You want to say hi?
Good night, everybody.
Hi. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, Ray.
Love you.
Dad, come say hi.
She already did. She's
Come
been
on,
sitting
kiddo.
here. All right, you gotta go lay down.
Okay.
Love you.
Say love you. Oh, she doesn't want to say
Yeah. All right, so that's the youngest. Coming in. It's her bedtime. She just got out of the shower. So the tree, the big tree, right, is so infested with the ivy vine all the way from, and I mean, the tree is what, 50 feet, you say? 40, 50 feet. It's a full grown tree. The trunk of it, I mean, I can't wrap my arms around it. Okay, it's a big tree. It's been there for many, many, many years. Okay, and the vine of the ivy is like 3-4 inches thick, and there's at least 30 of those that goes around the tree, right? And they go all the way up to the top of the tree. So it's really choking out that sweet gum really, really bad. And it's just dropping limbs. So not only in our yard and his yard too. So the actual owner of the house, he had showed up yesterday. He had talked to Gladys. I was at work, right? So she brought him around to the back, showed him the branches that had already fallen because I had the two that I had not cut up yet. I did cut up the other one that you guys saw in the previous video. Then we also cut up all the rest of that Bradford pear that I'd had. So that's where majority of the wood that's in the woodshed came from. So he came in and he finally said, yes, this tree is a liability and it's going bye-bye, deuces. So we thought he was going to cut it out today. There was another tree that was in the front. It was actually a bigger like oak that was just completely rotted out. I mean, it had this ginormous hole that was on the side of the house side. So it was putting the weaker side of the tree facing towards the house. And that's not cool, right? Because he didn't want that tree falling on his own house. So he had that one cut out as well because it was also dropping branches. It actually almost dropped the branch on the other neighbor on the other side of him onto their car. So he went ahead and took that one down. They actually cut that tree out yesterday. It's down to nothing. And all right, kiddo. And then they were going to be doing this other one today, or at least so we thought they were going to be doing it today, but they didn't. So it is what it is. Chris is in the house. Evening. What's going on, buddy? Right, North Forge and Prairie Life. Then we got Fearless Fire. Hello, hello. What's going on, Haley family? Hello, hello. Yeah. So we got these trees. So now this tree is going away, right? And we have all these little spiky balls that whenever I finally rake up all these little sweet gum spiky balls out of my yard, they won't come back. And I'm so excited because we have other projects and we have other things that we want to do in the yard that we've been just kind of putting off because of this tree. All right. It's just one of those, it's already damaged the kids' playhouse. There are some repairs that we're going to have to do to that. We'll probably end up showing that. We never did a video on that build. We just wanted to hurry up and get it done type thing. Plus that was more of a Gladys project. And as before I really started getting her a little more involved into the whole YouTube thing. She still doesn't want to do it a whole lot, especially when she's still in school. Okay. But as of this year, this December, she's done with school, and she's from after this semester, that she's in right now, because she's done 2 summers in a row to kind of like catch up or to get ahead, right, to be able to graduate early. She's been doing that, so now, she's gonna be getting a job and kind of less school, possibly. So that's coming up too. So we're really excited for that. Not that, I mean, everybody always needs the income, right? It's one of those that, yes, we would like to have a second income coming in. It would definitely be helpful with some of these things that we're wanting to do. But we can live without it. Okay. So even if she decides to take on a couple more classes that's not really required for her degree, like an art class or something like that, because she's still utilizing her GI Bill. Okay. And when you do the GI Bill, you have to take a certain amount of classes to get that money for the GI Bill. That way they cover your tuition, they cover, housing and all that. So for her to still continue to do that, she has to be what's considered a full-time student, which is 8 credits or more. So it's a lot of times she has to take at least 3 classes, right? And after this semester, the summer semester, she only has 2 classes left for her degree. So she's gonna have to throw something else in there to be able to get the full credits. Otherwise, she'll get a half credit, get half the pay, and then have to go get a job. Okay, so I'm gonna let her decide what she wants to do on that. Right, it's her having to go get a job or her having to take the class. So I will support her 100%, whatever she chooses to do. So I'm just happy for her, and I'm glad that she's almost done with school. And I know she's definitely excited to almost be done as well. So Papa, Texas, my business partner had a tree fall yesterday. So I asked him for a 2-inch slice of the trunk so I can make a cutting board. Now that'd be cool. So yeah, like you're just gonna do like the full width of the tree, like just a round cutting board. That would be cool. You just got to, because a lot of times when those dry out, they split a lot. So if you have a way of stabilizing that or whatnot, or even as it splits or just let it split type thing, then you can go back in and fill it with epoxy or, kind of do like the little Dutchmans, little bow ties, right? To hold those little cracks in from splitting further. That would look cool too. Yeah. And Craig's in the house. What's going on, brother? Haven't talked to you in a while. Yeah. The Uncle Steve's in the house. What's going on? We were actually just talking. Your ears must have been burning because we were talking about you earlier. Hopefully this weekend, because I get paid this Friday. So I'm going to be going on to your site because I want to try the new spicy R shake that you got, the sweet and spicy. I want to give that a go. Plus, we're going to need some more Gator shake. So I will be jumping onto your site, and I've already pointed out. Anybody that wants to try it, head on over. It's some great stuff. So yeah, we need to order some more Gator shake as well because we're almost out of the big one. We use it almost every day. It's awesome. We love it. Good stuff. And oh no, Craig's been under the weather. That's not cool. Not cool at all. So yeah, so we're really excited now that this tree is coming out. Obviously, just like everywhere else, right? Is here it's been super hot. It's the summertime. We're in that whole area right now to where a lot of the winds come from the south. So it just brings a lot of heat, a lot of humidity. Because when it comes from the south, a lot of times too, it will also like swing around the mountain, which it picks up all that humidity from the ocean, from the Carolinas, and just brings it all up. So most days, we'll be in like the mid to upper 90s, but we'll have a humidity level in like the mid to upper 90s humidity. Right. So as the moment you step outside, I mean, I'm already a big hairy man as it is. So as soon as I step outside, I'm just like, it's just one of those that, when it's just super, super hot, I don't want to get out into the forge. I will jump into the wood shop. I at least have fans in there. I have been, ever since we first moved into this house, I've been trying to insulate the walls a little better. Eventually I do want to, because the whole roof area is just wide open. There's no insulation. So I want to get that closed off, get some insulation up in there, get insulation on the garage door. And at some point in time, either put in a window unit or like a split unit AC. That way we can go in there and actually be comfortable doing any type of woodworking projects and stuff like that. And then obviously once I get the blacksmith shop, it's not going to have AC, obviously, but at least it's going to be in an area where I'm putting it to where it will have a door on both sides. So that will allow air to come through. And then in the front, it's also going to have a big window area that is basically like a big window that just opens up that will allow all kinds of air to go through. So it'd almost be like a wind tunnel. Kind kinda, right? So the direction of the wind that we get the most would be coming and hitting the front of the building, which would allow air to go through. And I really think that will help out a lot. What's going on, Bob? B&B Forge in the house. Evening. Hey. Right. So, and obviously with that, I do plan on doing a new forge build. Once I can get the materials and stuff for that. I also want to do, so I'm still deciding, because I am going to have power into that shop. Okay, I do want to be able to put lights and stuff in there. So I still have other things that I need to do in the woodworking shop, because right now I only have one outlet, basically. Two outlets, one that we plugged all of our tools into, and then one that controls the lights, because the shop lights just have a plug in them. So there's an outlet that's up in the ceiling, and then it just plugs in. All right, the shop lights just plug into that. And then that plug itself is wired in directly to the light switch. Okay, so that's the only power that I've ran so far in the shop. I do need to get more power ran. That is in the works. And then the blacksmith shop that's behind the woodworking shop, I do want to have power out there as well, because I do plan on having a 2x72, a grinder, some amenities that I want to have on the forge itself. I do want to have a Y, so it'll be split between either using a electric fan, right, the little squirrel cage fans that I have, the little Daytons. I'll put that onto like a foot switch. Okay, that way I can control that heat with my feet. Okay, use an electric fan as needed. Okay, that would be more for like if I'm having to do a lot of the same repetitions. So if I'm going to be making a bunch of hooks, I'd rather just use the electric fan. Okay, but if I'm going to be doing like a one-off project, I actually want to build a set of bellows. So I want to be able to have the bellows up overhead, kind of like what Tim has over Big Dog Forge, and it'll be around probably the same size, like a 3-foot-ish set of bellows, maybe a little bigger depending. Okay, that I want to have an overhead. So that one, so I want to be able to have a Y that comes in that are gated, right? So if I'm not using the electric one, that will be closed off, and then I'll use the bellows. And then if I'm not using the bellows, I can close that one off, open up the one for the electric fan. So that is the goal. That's what I'm going to do with that. All right. And Cold Dragon Forge in the house. Yo. What's going on, my brother? I'm telling you still need to make that Texas toothpick. Or Texas toothpick. Wow. Arkansas toothpick. See, I'm from Texas, so to me it's the Texas toothpick. Papa, yes it is. I always keep my phone on vibrate, by the way, so it doesn't sit here and go ding. Yeah. So the forge itself, it's just going to be basically a 3 foot by 3 foot. I do plan on having kind of like a super sucker type forge hood that's on the side that will allow it to go up, possibly out the side and then up. Okay. Yeah. So obviously some things also have changed in the actual build of the shop, because I was trying to do timber frame / post frame build, kind of like a combination of both, right? Yes, I said combination. It's probably an Ivy word, right? It is. But I was trying to do basically a whole base board using the bigger timbers, and then I was going to put the posts on that locked in, with a little tenon and whatnot. So the biggest span that I have to do is 12 feet from one pillar to the other pillar of the concrete, right? That you guys have already seen. So that one I was trying to utilize, join two of those timbers together, and I didn't do it right. It's the first time I've ever done it. Actually going through, so I've posted it on Instagram. It looks good, kind of, right? For one, it's too short. I didn't do it right. So in laying out everything, I took half of the measurement and did it on both sides, thinking that both those halves would make it the longer joint, right? Putting those timbers together, nope, didn't work. So it still kind of goes together, and it would probably work. But the problem is, whenever I did it, I didn't think I would lose as much material and bringing those together as I did. So I ended up being 4 inches too short on those timbers that I used. And I don't want to continue to cut other timbers to practice doing this, joining these together. So instead, I'm actually just going to add another column in the middle of that 12-foot span and just do traditional posts going up. I'm still utilizing a lot of the reclaim stuff that I have, but all those posts that those timbers that I have are 7 3/4 inches wide by anywhere from 3.5 to 4 inches thick. Okay. So I think a lot of those thicker ones that I have, I'm just going to cut those down to make it a little to where it's more square instead of the oblong type shape, right? That way I can utilize some of that cutoff to actually make like 2x4s or whatnot, to be able to have, the stringers and just all the stuff that I need to be able to attach, because I want to eventually do a board and batten. Okay, that's actually my goal. So I want to have the posts in, and then be able to put the cross supports in, and then do a board and batten. Obviously I live in town, right? So I can't just go out to my back 40, cut down some trees, mill them up, and then put the stuff onto the shop. I would love to be able to do that. Eventually I'll get there where I can do that. But I have to be able to buy all this materials. And sad to say is I have to buy these materials from a big box store when it's available. Okay. Because the nearest mill to me, like a lumber yard or anything, is hours away. And it's just, to me, it's not cost effective enough for me to drive out to go pick up some like rough sawn lumber and then bring it back, because the cost of that lumber, even though it might be a hair cheaper, getting out there to go get it and then coming back, especially in my Toyota, because it's got really crappy suspension in it. It needs to be overhauled. And yes, the Ford still broke. I still haven't fixed it. Okay. So to be able to do that back and forth, carrying, very, very minimal lumber and then coming back, it's just not going to be worth it. So I have to buy this stuff from the big box store, have to pay a little bit more money, but it's literally like 2 blocks. I can almost walk there. Okay. Oh, I could walk there, but I'm not going to carry that stuff back. So if I'm having to make multiple trips in my little tiny, taco that can't carry nothing besides like a 50-pound sack of dirt, right? And it's like, yeah, it's, I have to make multiple trips. So I'm just going to do that. Okay. It sucks, but yeah. So Greg's rebuilding Fords at the top of my list when I feel them better. Yes. It's definitely at the top of my list too. It always seems that I get out there to try to work on it, and other projects come up. So hopefully you guys checked out our renovation to our laundry room. That was the last thing that just popped up. So all that stuff in there, y'all, free. Facebook Marketplace. Gladys found all that stuff, went and picked up every single one of those cabinets in her Jeep. She had to make a few trips, but put all that stuff in there. And yeah, brought it all home. So the only thing that we have cost wise in that entire renovation is the 1 gallon can of paint, and I had to buy another smaller thing of that pink mud. Okay, the joint compound, to fix some of the stuff in there, because the first set of joint compound that I was using, I already had that on hand. I just didn't have enough, so that's it. Right, two things that I had to buy. So it is, like I said, right around $50. Everything else, either one we already had, or two, she got for free. So I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome. We love resourcing. We love doing all that. All right, so what's going on? Shamrock Forge in the house. What's going on, Sully? What's up, y'all? Woo! Out in the heat for a safety meeting. Yes. Yeah. Papa is always 4 inches too short. I know, right? That's what it always seems like. Always at least 4 inches too short. When you're only working with 4 inches, that's just, man. Sorry, I'm gonna be chewing on some ice. Billy, I'm still using the Satan toilet force that my son made 3 years ago. I can't seem to find time to finish mine. Yeah, it's what it really boils down to, is time. It is, yeah, it is what it is. Dawberry Outdoors. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Micro farmer in the house representing Lazy House Homestead. What's going on, bud? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Granddad's Forge. Rob's in the house. What's going on, bud? So, yeah. So, what's going on with y'all? What's up? So, fine, doing good. All right. Yeah, we're doing good here. Obviously, she was in here earlier. My oldest, actually my biological daughter, is here visiting for the summer. Hopefully we can make that a little more permanent. That's actually in the works. Something we're trying. Because, yeah, it's been a long time, and yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can't get her to move to Virginia. Yeah, and Billy, if you get a hold of Papa, or if you're do whatever, you guys to do a meetup or get whatnot. He has my address. Okay, so if you want to get with him, whatnot, then you can get me some of your stickers sent out, and I'll get them sent back out. So anybody that has sent me a sticker that already has had my address or whatnot, because I try to, send out the address very sparingly. Okay. Yes, I love a lot of my brethren and sisters and all that on YouTube. I feel, and I've even put it out, right? I did 20 years in the military, 20 years in the Navy, retired. And to me, that was like family, right? A lot of places, a lot of people I served with, they were like my brothers and sisters. Okay, brothers and sisters fight, right? Butt heads all the time, but you live with these people, right, for months and months on end sometimes, and come home and you work with them for years and years and years. So YouTube, some of these people that I contact and I talk with, and I'm in their shows and they're in my shows, and just all these things I've physically met in person, right? All these people I consider to be like my family. People that I talk to on the regular, right? Or you might even have me on Instagram, or we chit chat, or we talk via, a duo chat or whatever, face to face type stuff. I know they're not here right now, but like Simple Life Reclaimed, I talk to them often, right? Via video chat. So it's actually, they're really cool people. And can't wait until they get out to their Arkansas land, and hopefully we can get out there and actually get some work done together. It's cool. Yeah, the Hope chest you started. Yeah, speaking of chest, I actually have my chest that I had already said that I was going to build for me, right? Is my retirement chest that I want to build. It's still in the works. I actually do have the materials for it. There's some other stuff that I need to do before I can put that together and actually get it going. But my goal is to have that chest built before this year ends. Okay, that's my goal. Hopefully, I can make it happen. And yeah. Maybe I'll finish it for a great grandkid. I know, right? And Will It Grow? What's going on? What's up, buddy? Greg, you are my American brother from another mother. You got that, Skippy? Heck yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you, Papa. Yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind, smushing and actually, where'd it go? There it is. That one. Somebody needs to leave thumbs up. Yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind, definitely appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, same thing that we've talked about before. So there's many things that all have to like mold together that would allow us to move to Arkansas at any specific like early time, right? So we already know that it's nothing that's going to happen within 2 years, 2 years minimum, okay? But it could be up to 12 years maximum. Okay? Yeah, that's a long time. I got it. Yeah. So the thing with that though is we plan on buying. My goal for me, right, is to buy the land within the next 3 years. So that is my ultimate goal. I would like to have it bought within the next 2 years, but it's probably not going to happen for at least one more year after that. So we are going to buy land as soon as we can. Just whether we can move there or not, there's a lot of moving parts that all have to happen before we can move. Yeah. But it's cool. But yeah, we'd definitely get and do a meetup for certain. Plus, I mean, we got family, in Texas. I have family all over the place. I mean, I got family in Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Texas, all over the place. California, Oregon. Yeah. Out there. Do. Yeah, because my cousin, like for those of you that are right there around like the Dallas area, whatnot, my cousin actually runs the DeSoto BMX park. He is the general manager of the actual park. Him and his wife, they run the DeSoto BMX park. So anybody that has kiddos or even an adult, right? If you want to get into their track is open for business, look them up. Tell them we sent you, right? They do offer some classes and whatnot, teaching you how to race BMX bikes. It's pretty cool. And even if they're little ones, even if they're still on, training wheels, hey, head on out. They do it all the way from teaching kiddos how to ride a bike in training wheels up to balance bikes and everything. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. The land is one thing they are not making anymore. So we're definitely going to buy. Most definitely. So, what's in the cup? This is just soda. It's Dr. Pepper. I know. Usually I got the bourbon going, but not tonight. Yeah, it's just Dr. Pepper. And yeah, and also anybody that's within the Willard, Missouri area. My mom actually owns a restaurant there, so it's the Mama Mary's Navajo Tacos. So yes, she does Navajo type foods. It is kind of a taco place, so she does the fry bread, the Navajo fry bread type. And you better believe it, Dr. Pepper, created in Waco, Texas. And this is actually the cream soda Dr. Pepper. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, buddy. Actually, like that's one thing. Whenever I go to like Sonic or whatnot, I always get the cherry. And if you haven't tried it, you need to try it because it's like cracking a cup. It's cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper from Sonic. Yeah, that's where it's at. And but yeah, it's most definitely. So if anybody's in Willard, Missouri, okay, that's down around Springfield, just outside of Springfield. That and you can look it up. Her schedule and everything is on Facebook. She has her own Facebook page, and she even has like a trailer too. So she'll go to like the powwows, or she'll go to like some different events and stuff like that with the trailer, and do that as well. But she also has her building that she has all that, and obviously with all this stuff going on, right? All the craziness. They are super clean. Everyone that comes into the restaurant that's allowed to sit in the restaurant, they're all spaced apart, right? She has minimal tables. It's a smaller place anyway, so they do have stuff to where you can just come pick it up and go. They even do like meals, right? She'll do meals to where you can just come and get like platters of stuff, right? You order it, you come pick it up, take it home, and you can do platters of stuff for the family. So she's been doing that. Everyone does all the safety precautions, right? Of being masked, wearing the gloves, doing everything as they're cooking, they constantly. My mom's already a clean freak as it is, so the restaurant stays like tip top clean all the time. But yeah, it's pretty good. And Willow Grove, yeah, I do have moderators. There's a few. There's just none right now that are here. But as you can see, I'm not like a super big channel, so I don't really have to deal with a whole lot of the crazies and stuff coming in because I don't have hundreds of people that come into my chat. Who knows? Maybe one day there's a we'll get up there and we'll have more people. And at that point, if I start getting a lot of the crazies coming into the chat and messing around with people, then I'll add some more. But yeah, I have a few. I have a few moderators. I try to keep it lower. And yeah, Branson is actually really close. Willard's on the other side, so because she's only like an hour, I think, an hour from Branson, maybe a little less, depending on traffic. Yeah, because almost every time I go to visit, we always go to Branson. I go to Silver Dollar City and whatnot. I mean, that's me as a kid. I always went to Silver Dollar City, so that's where I very first started seeing blacksmithing and the bladesmithing and all that stuff. That's actually where I got the passion to want to do this. I just never did it until after I got divorced, and I just finally had the time to say, "Hey, I want to do this now." And obviously, I was watching Alex Steele right there. I was like, "Man, this kid is doing all this stuff, and he's doing cool, and he's doing YouTube and all these things." So, and he actually really inspired me to physically start doing it, even though I've wanted to do blacksmithing ever since I was a little kid. From going to Branson, Silver Dollar City. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's cool. And I mean, I've already told her too that like anybody that goes into a restaurant, I mean, every single person that works there already knows who I am. If you say, "Hey, Anson sent me to try out y'all stuff," you're gonna get probably like one of the appetizers. You'll normally get an appetizer for free. So they do like little fry bread bites, right? And then it has like little dipping sauces. So it's kind of like the equivalent of going to a Mexican restaurant and getting chips and salsa, right? That's just you're giving it. So they do kind of the same thing, right? So they do have little appetizers that you get for free, and then there's other stuff to where like if you say, "Hey, we sent you there," you'll end up either one getting a discount or two getting something else for free. Yeah, but yeah, most of anybody who throws down that wants to do a meetup in Branson, I'm there. Oh yeah, I'm there. Most definitely, because especially there, like even at Silver Dollar City, they have an area set aside to where you can do like events and you can do all that. They have like the tents and all that stuff that you can do, and it's yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, their fry bread, I've tried it. The ingredients in it it's not hard at all, right? So she's already given me everything like how to make it. But man, I'm telling you y'all, that's an art form. So it doesn't matter if you know the ingredients, you know how to like mix it together. Whenever you have to pour it in to physically cook it, that's where I can't do it. I've tried, and yeah, she's tried teaching me, and I just nope, I can't do it. I can't get it. It is what it is. And yeah, so hey, we're getting there. Okay, y'all. So we're actually over the hour. I want to normally try to keep it around an hour because it's 8 o'clock, 8:02 my time, and that's shower time because I try to be in bed by 9 because this old man still has to get up at 5 o'clock every morning to go to work. Yep, I still got that thing called work. I don't get to be a YouTuber for my income, at least not yet. I keep telling everyone that the moment that I can get to where I'm doing this full time, to where I don't have to physically go work, I'll put out video every single day. I'll do this as my job, but this needs to be able to pay bills. Okay, so but we'll get there. But yeah, definitely. If you're in DeSoto, Texas, hit up my cousin over at the BMX park. Especially if you got little ones, get over there, hit them up, tell them we sent you, and get them involved. It's really cheap. It's a great sport, right? And they're expanding. They're opening up a lot of areas, especially there in northern Texas. They just opened up a new one up in Wichita Falls. He actually helped open that one as well. And another one in Bowie, Texas. That's actually my hometown, y'all. Bowie, Texas. That's where we grew up at. So go check them out. That one's coming as well. BMX Park. If you're in Willard, Missouri, hit up my mom over at Mama Mary's Navajo Tacos. You can check her out on Facebook to get her schedule, what they're doing, when they're open, where they're going to be at, if they're in a trailer, all right, any type of events that are coming up. If people start letting us do events again, come on, man, right? That way we can start doing some meetups and all that good stuff, okay? But we definitely thank you guys for following our journey. We got some more stuff coming. The tree is going bye-bye. The tree next door. We're so excited. We're so pumped. No more spiky balls on our feet from that sweet gum. Oh, we're so excited. So we actually have a really good idea of something we want to do in the corner of that yard. Inspired a little bit from the Crocker boys. We love them as well. So that's coming to you. Blacksmith shop's coming to you. Updates to the woodworking shop. More stuff that we got to do here in the house. Plenty of projects coming. So definitely stick with us. All right, y'all. And yeah, sweet gum. Hate it. No, it's in Bowie, Texas, in Montague County. Yeah. So we'll see y'all on the next one. And always give my salute for all my veterans and my family on the military side. We love y'all. Love y'all too here in our YouTube communities. And all right, y'all. Have a good night. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.